Hello. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another video. It is Tabitha here, and I'm bringing you guys a first impressions of the NYX Total Control Drop Foundation. Now, this retails for $14. I did get this at the NYX store here in Minnesota at the Mall of America. I did get the color Cappuccino. So this is what the bottle looks like here, and it does recommend that you shake well. But before I do that, I'm going to read what the box says about the product. And it says, with just a few drops, our Total Control Drop Foundation delivers sheer to full coverage and a velvety matte finish. Simply adjust the number of drops you use until the desired level of coverage is achieved. More drops is going to equal more coverage. So as you guys can see on the box here, it says 2 drops for light coverage, 3 drops for medium, and 4 plus for full coverage. So I'm a full coverage girl, like full coverage. So I'm going to be probably doing 4 drops, the initial. So everything I'm going to be using today is going to be NYX products. I figured I'm using the NYX foundation, I might as well just use the NYX, all the NYX products I have. The only thing I'm not going to be using not from NYX is probably the contour. I don't have any of the NYX like contouring stuff. So let's just go ahead and get started. Okay guys, so first I'm going to prime my face using the NYX First Base Primer Spray. Okay guys, I'm gonna shake this up really good because it is watery. Do want to mention that. And they did have a brush that goes with this foundation. The brush was, I think, like $15, but I ended up not getting the brush. Okay, so let's open it up here, and I'm gonna put 1, 2, 3, that might have been 4. Just gonna put 5 or 6. I think that ended up being like 5 or 6 drops, but, and I'm just gonna put it all over, dot it all over the face here. And looking at this color, it might be a little too dark for me, but I think we are gonna just see what we can do and make it work. And putting my foundation on, I noticed that I forgot to color correct, but that's okay. This is supposed to be full coverage foundation anyway, so I'm just gonna use one of these brushes I got from the Wish app and blend this on out. Easy to blend, and it doesn't even feel like I have anything on, but just so you guys can see, there still got a little bit of my dark spots peeking through. And again, this is supposed to be full coverage. I'll just add a few more drops. I'm trying to get that full coverage here. Let's put it all over again and see if we can cover up. Okay, so after applying 2 more drops, this is what it looks like. And again, obviously this is clearly not my color, but again, you can still see some of my dark spots peeking through. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and move on and see if we can make it work after applying everything else. So next I'm gonna go on with my NYC Photogenic Concealer, and this is in the color Caramel. I'm just gonna highlight chin, nose, a little bit of the forehead, under eye, So I'm going to go ahead and take my Wet n Wild mattifying powder and pedestal and just take a big fluffy brush here on one side and just, actually I'm going to go ahead and set my whole face with that. Next I'm going to contour a little bit. I'm going to use my Milani Sunset Blush in Duo, but I'm going to use the darker color, the bronzer color, and this is number 4 in Sunset Shores. This is one of Milani's older products. Next I'm going to go ahead and highlight. This is the Strobe of Genius Illuminating Palette by NYX. And I think I'm going to go ahead and use this middle color here. And actually before I do that, I'm going to use blush first. And this is the NYX Ombre Blush in the color Mauve. And this is what it looks like here. Brush. Next, I'm going to go in with the NYX Liquid Suede Cream Lipstick by Sandstorm. And these usually dry down matte. It doesn't say they're matte, but they dry down to a matte finish. And lastly, I'm going to set my face using the NYX Matte Finish Setting Spray. Okay guys, so this is the finish look using all the NYX products. And the final look of the foundation, as you guys can see. And now that I have like my full face on, I mean you can still see just a little bit peeking through, but I think if I would have used color corrector underneath the foundation like I usually do, then you would have been able to see that at all. But again, this is supposed to be, you're supposed to be able to build this up anyway, so one would think that you would not even need to do that. Okay guys, one thing else that I do, another thing I want to point out is you get 0.43 fluid ounces in this one for $14. And this is the NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat foundation, and this gives you 1.18 fluid ounces. And this particular foundation is only $7.50. And I'm going to show you guys really quick, the consistency of this one is a little bit more thicker, as you guys can see there. And then I'm going to put a drop right next to that. Just a drop. And as you guys can see, that one is really runny. And as you guys can see, that one's also a little bit darker. So I think I definitely might need to get a lighter shade in this foundation. But overall, you guys, my final kind of first impressions of it is I really tried to like it, but I just really don't. I was expecting a lot more from it. I figured if I shook it up really well that it wouldn't be so watery, but it is pretty watery. And then when I was looking at the ingredients, they always say like the top 5 or first 3 or the first 3 to 5 ingredients are going to be like the most prominent ones, and the second ingredient in this foundation is water. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up returning this and just ended up getting something else. I'm just not a huge fan of it. Again, I tried to like it, but I just don't. Yeah, and considering how many drops you have to use, it does say you have to use over 4 drops to get full coverage. I probably use between 6 to 8 drops. And again, I mean, overall, most of my dark spots are like not showing for the most part, but yeah. And this color, again, the color, just ignoring the color and the fact that the color doesn't match, yeah, even with all those drops, I still don't have full coverage. And I've been watching other people's first impressions, and they're like getting great coverage. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll go on the store and have them match me. And maybe, I don't know, I might try out another color. And again, when I went in the store, I swatched this one on my neck. And again, sometimes the lighting in those stores aren't the best. So I think when I go back, I'm not going to have any makeup on. Or again, maybe just swatch another color on my neck, go outside and see which one matches me. But yeah, maybe a shade or two lighter than this would probably work. But yeah. So yeah, guys, that was my first take on it. I tried to like it. I really did. But yeah, I think I'll just go back to the store and maybe just try another shade. And then if I try another shade, I'll let you guys know. But overall, yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to find reasons to like it, but I just don't. Yeah, I guess everything isn't for everyone, I guess. Yeah, I just don't like it. Yeah, I was expecting more. I really was. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Again, if you have tried this foundation out, please let me know. Again, this is only $14, so it's fairly reasonable. But again, I was expecting a lot more, especially considering this one is $7.50, and I do get full coverage using this. So yeah, you get what you get, I guess. So again, if you guys have tried that foundation out, just let me know in the comment section. What are your thoughts and opinions on it? Did you get full coverage? How many drops did you have to use? All that good stuff. So thanks guys so much for watching, and I'll check you guys out in the next video. Bye.